So in this video we'll learn about surface area. So we break the word surface area and we rewrite it or rephrase it. What they're just saying is, what are the total of the areas of all the surfaces? This is what they're asking you. So you find each area for each surface and you just add it. So let's say if you have a box. So if you have a closed box like an A, right? You've seen both these shapes a million times. So what do we have? We have a length, we have a breadth. So let's mark those. And we have a height. Now how many surfaces? So the volume would be LBH, right? Base area times height. So with that we know. Now we want to find the surfaces. So there's a surface over here. There's a surface at the back. So I'll put a 2 over here. So side walls. Then there's one over here, and then there's one at the back. And then there's one on the top and one on the bottom. So there are 6 surfaces. What they're saying is find the area of each surface and add them. Now in this case, there's no top. The top is open. So there's this side wall. There's this, right? Opposite it. Then you have 3, 4, and then you have 5. There's no top surface. So this open box has 5 surfaces. Alright, so we'll try to find the surface area for this. So what are the surfaces we see? We see the top as a circle and the bottom as a circle. What's the area of a circle? It's pi r squared. So even this one's pi r squared. And the radius is 1. So we plug in the values, we'll get pi times 1 square, but it's repeated 2 times, right? And then we need the area of this curved surface right here. So if we cut a cylinder, it always forms a rectangular sheet of paper. So like this. If you roll this, you'll get this sheet of paper. So the height is 1 inch, and then the circumference of this circle, this curved length, is 2 pi r. So 2 pi r would solve to become 2 pi times 1, which is 2 pi. So this area for this part is 2 pi. And we already know the area at the top and the bottom over here is 2 pi each. So this is 2 pi, and even this is 2 pi. Sorry, pi and pi. And then this part is 2 pi. So the total surface area is 2 pi plus pi plus pi, which gives me 4 pi. But they want you to use pi as 3.14. So let's plug that in. So we'll get 12.56. If you put in 12.56 over here, that's how you get the area. Now let's try another one because it's the same type of question. So here instead of the radius we are given the diameter. So we can work it in two ways. Either we use the radius or we use the diameter. So let's use the radius. What is half of 8? It's 4. So the radius is 4. So pi r squared at the top and the bottom will become 2 pi r squared. So let's plug that in. And then the circumference of this, which is 2 pi r, and times the height. This is the total surface area. So let's plug in everything. 16 times 2 is 32 pi. And this is 20 and 2 times 2, 40 pi. So this entire thing solves to 72 pi. Now let's plug in the value for pi. And we'll get an answer. Let's see what that is. $226.08. Let's try a rectangular prism. So we've got a couple of areas. So we've got this side, which has dimensions 6 and 1, which is also on this side. So the total surface area, let's do that. 6 times 1 plus 2 times the front, then the back, which is even over here. So 2 times 8 times 1 plus, then we've got this area at the top. So this has dimensions of 6 and 8. And it's at the top and bottom. So let's solve all that. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 6 times 8 is 96. So let's add all these areas. 124. So I'm going to list the formulae that will be helpful for you. So cube, and this is only for the total surface area. So the total surface area is 6L squared. We'll call it TSA. For a rectangular prism. So you've got LB, a rectangle with LB at the bottom and the top. So there will be two of these, unless if there's an open surface. And then you'll have two on the side, which is B and H, this one. And this side is even over here. So plus BH. And then you've got the front and the back, so LB. Unless if the diagram is open or closed or something, then it changes. Okay, then you have a cylinder. So I've got a radius and a height. So a circle at the top, which is pi r squared, and this curved surface area is 2 pi rh. So the total surface area is 2 pi rh, the curved part, and the two circles on top and bottom. If it's open on one end, then it will be open on one end. Like when you use a can and you open the can. So open on one end will have a surface area of the curved part where the labeling is, and then the bottom, so just one circle. Total surface area for a cone. This thing's called the slant height. We'll name it L, which is also the hypotenuse using Pythagoras' theorem. So the total surface area is the circle at the bottom plus the slant length, which is pi RL. And then if you have any shape that you cannot define or you haven't learned over here, basically surface area is the sum of the areas of all the surfaces. So it's based on the surfaces. How many surfaces can you see? You find the area, you add all of them, and that's how you'll determine the surface area.